Hello, everybody. Welcome to a short and quick edition, in and out edition of the Smell the Glove podcast. And we have today, this is Dr. J, we have Chris with us. Chris, how you doing?
I'm good.
Nice.
Making my way in the world.
Hail, hail, honey boo boo.
Hail, hail.
Nice. And today, as a wonderful surprise, the effervescent and wonderful Mr. Seamus Cummins.
How you doing, John? How you doing, Chris?
Hey, Seamus. Hail, hail, buddy.
Brilliant. Still hot here in Philadelphia.
Oh, yeah. I was out early. It's 90 degrees in Myrtle Beach still. Anyway, so this is what we're going to have to talk about real quick. It's going to be quick in and out. I just want to go ahead and Seamus is nice enough to go ahead and get on the call with us. They do announce what is turning into the second Christmas day for Tim's across the United States and Canada and even Mexico for that matter. The new info and everything else for the Feile. So, Seamus, take it away, buddy. Tell me what's going on.
Okay, so the dates of the Feile, we're happy to announce that the third annual East Coast Celtic Supporters Feile will be on the weekend of January 29th, 30th, and 31st here in Philadelphia. So it'll be our third annual, and us, the Philadelphia Plowboys, were in the planning stages of getting everything together, but we wanted to get the dates out there. And this year we're going to be doing something super special on the Saturday night. We are going to have our first annual Tommy Burns dinner, which will be part of the Feile weekend. So there's going to be more information on that, and we have things in the work that there will actually be a representative from Celtic Football Club in attendance that evening.
Really?
Can't go into too many details.
You get to come back later and see. Sorry, everybody, you have to listen to us later to go ahead and get the details.
But once we have that confirmed up, from Celtic, they will, from what we are understanding, that at least somebody will be out that for the Burns supper, the Tommy Burns supper.
Wow.
On Saturday, January 30th. We're going to be looking to have open bar and all sorts of other things. So
where's that going to be taking place?
That will be taking place at the Plow and the Stars.
So basically what you're saying is we're going to close the Plow and the Stars on Saturday.
I can't say that definitively, but it's going to be, everything's going to be at the Plow and the Star. So it's going to be awesome. An absolutely fantastic weekend.
Seamus, crazy.
So we wanted to add something a little bit more to entice more people to come, because I don't think there's going to be a North American Federation Celtic Supporters Club convention this year. So we wanted to add that dinner dance sort of aspect to the Feile weekend that a lot of people really look forward to. So we're going to be looking to pull out all the stops to have a phenomenal weekend full of events starting on the Friday through Sunday this year.
That's awesome, because I've never been to a national, but I've been to both of the East Coast ones, and it gets crazier and crazier, because what people don't realize is that the Plow is, Chris, I don't know if you want to agree with me, this is our home in Philadelphia.
There's no doubt whatsoever.
Yeah, it's our home in Philadelphia.
It's their second home.
Their second home, yeah, exactly. And when you get there, the coolest part about the Plow is at night in Old City, it turns into a nightclub. And you don't, and it is open to, the place is open to everybody, and the place gets mobbed, and the people walk in, they're like, I usually come here on the weekend, and all of a sudden there's 200-300 people with green and white shirts on. And they're just looking, what's going on? It's so cool. I love that place. And Seamus, you should be commended to no end for getting this let's say growing wings on this event. Not just having it, but not just guys getting together to watch a game, but actually doing more than that. That congratulations to you. You deserve every little bit of the plaudits that you get.
Thanks, and big credit goes out to John Joe and Fitzy and Swing and Martin Brady, who are always behind the scenes helping out and doing all the great things. So
by the way, even when it's not Feile weekend and you're in Philly, those guys show up to hang out with you.
You got that right.
That's the truth.
Yeah, it's a great spot, and we're super excited to have everyone back again this January, and to plan something that's even better than last year, and to keep growing it and making it bigger and bigger each year.
Awesome. James, so what are the dates again? January 29th
through the 31st. So it's Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Friday, Saturday,
and like
Sunday.
I said, the Tommy Burns dinner will be on January 30th. We haven't decided on a time yet, but like I said, in the next couple weeks, as we finalize different things, we will be posting them. And like we did last year, we'll have a full schedule of events and everything listed on the website. And we're working right now on the hotel accommodations to get blocks of rooms and all those other things. But we just wanted to get the dates out there so people knew, at the end of January, they'd be coming to Philadelphia.
Yeah, book it up. So let me ask you this. Have you looked forward to heading to the Celtic calendar? Since no one on this end of the phone knows exactly when it was going to be, you're the only one, have you looked forward into the Celtic calendar to see what games are that weekend?
We are playing Aberdeen that Saturday morning.
Ooh, so it is an actual
Yes.
no final or anything like that.
Well, not as of right now. But right now we're scheduled to play Aberdeen that Saturday, the 30th.
Okay, so either is it a cup final weekend? No, right?
No, I don't think so. No.
Okay, good.
It's the weekend prior to when it was last year.
So not only do we get to go ahead and hang out with you and John Joe and Sean and everyone else, everyone else, and then in addition we get to go ahead and shag some sheep. Not bad.
Yeah. So
Not a bad
we're gonna be arranging some other things on the Saturday as well, other than the match and then the Tommy Burns supper.
Any musical guests so far?
Almost done with that. We're trying to nail that down.
We have a Coleman sighting that weekend. Just give us a little tip.
Absolutely. Yes.
Raymond Coleman.
Raymond definitely will be there.
Yes. I just want to hear him. I just want to hear him sing "Kinky Boots."
He'll be there, and we'll make sure to get him on you guys if you do a live show. We'll make sure to get Raymond on. Raymond's our usual suspect with regards to sessions, and also we're going to have Tim McMahon playing as well. Tim's in our club, and you guys know him, Tim.
Yep. Tim.
On Twitter, so I'm sure he'll be breaking out the guitar, and we'll be rocking with him too. So it's going to be another great weekend here in Philadelphia, and we hope more and more people can come this year and continue to grow this wonderful weekend.
Awesome.
That's awesome.
Awesome. Seamus, I know you've got to run. I just want to talk to Chris for a few minutes. I know you got to run. Thanks for letting us be the outlet for all the info.
Oh, magic. And we'll put everything out through you guys on your show. Anytime we have a big announcement, we'll make sure we get on with you guys.
Woohoo!
And we'll make that announcement. All right, guys?
As the official podcast of the Plowboys.
Yeah, and thanks a million for all your help last year and continuing help. We
got
appreciate
it. Thanks, Seamus.
All right.
Thanks, James.
All right, lads. We'll see you soon, guys.
Yes.
All right.
Hopefully
Hail,
before
hail.
January. Take care.
Hell.
All right. Check it out.
I love when you do that. Check your law. So, Chris, the 29th, 30th, and 31st of January. That's the question is it too cold for us to go up there, us Southerners?
I was actually having this discussion last night with my wife about going to Philadelphia because she said, "So are we going back to Philadelphia that late January?" And I was like,
"Tiptoe."
Yeah. And she's like, "Do you remember how cold it was up there?"
It snowed.
I'm like,
"It snowed."
I'm like, "Yeah, it's Philadelphia. It's the end of January. It's going to be a little bit chilly." She's like, "I don't know if I've ever had cold, that bone-chilling cold." And I'm like, "All right, well, we'll just get you some more socks or something." But
exactly, some battery packs.
I will go ahead and say this. I'm planning on being there, win, lose, or draw. Whether she comes or not, remains to be seen. I hope she does because, she did have a really good time last year. But I know that it's as much fun as it is, once the weekend starts, and you and I both know this all too well, it is a marathon. It's not a sprint.
It is a marathon.
And a session that starts on Friday and ends on Sunday when you get on the plane,
yes,
is not for the faint of heart.
No, especially if you meet me in the Delta Club and we're drinking Jack Daniels at 7:30 in the morning.
Right.
That's hard.
In Atlanta, and we get on a plane,
yes,
and then go up there and
double Woodfords for everyone. Double Woodfords for everybody. Woohoo!
Madness just ensues after that. But no, if anybody's out here and they're listening to the show and they're thinking of coming to Philadelphia for the Feile, it is probably the most informal, formal gathering that I've ever been a part of, where you show up, everybody's got Celtic kits on, everybody's got scarves, hats, whatever, and if you've never met anybody in person and you're on Twitter, you're on Facebook,
that's the place.
I mean, you're immediately arm in arm with them. You're singing rebel tunes. Everybody's having a drink in their hand. I mean, it is a blast. It is an absolute blast. And it's probably the closest thing that we can have here in the States to an all out, like, hey, this is a weekend piss up. Let's go. Let's have a good time and not worry about anything and just celebrate being a Celtic supporter.
Yes, without a doubt. And cool stuff. And you know what the best part about that place is? The event? Zero drama. I've been to other events before, and it's like, I don't like this person, this person jerk, this person,
everybody gets along.
There's no drama. That's the coolest. I've never been in a place before where there were adults, alcohol, and zero drama for people that we're with. It's cool like that, and it was, and even in the Plow, because when I say that the Plow is a serious joint to go to at night, it's like a nightclub. So it's like an Irish place with music and soda bread, and the next thing you know, at 10 o'clock at night, the place is like, bumping with kids in short skirts,
Yeah, they've got, there'll be waitresses that'll bring out these big tubs of coolers to sell Bud Light at the door, and then the lights get dimmer. And there's like a light show, and then dance music, and the whole, bass. Yeah,
yeah. I don't know if I could do that either, but
yeah, I can. I know that I can.
So the coolest thing is that even when you're outside, the bouncers are just like, "Oh, you have a Celtic top in? You go in." There'll be a line, 15 people long. Oh, you can go in. Oh, you can go in. No problem at all. And he was just like, "How can they get in?" That's because they can.
I mean, yeah, because you basically take over. 2,000 square feet of just an awesome pub.
Yes. And
it's yours to frolic, have fun. Nobody's concerned about, stuff getting stolen.
Nope.
Whatever. Everybody's just there for a good time. And
I think I left my computer there or something the first time we were there. I think I left a computer or something. I just had to go back the next day. I'm like, is my computer here? Yeah, it's still right here. I'm like, oh, sweet. Anywhere else in the country, it had been lifted.
For sure.
But anyway, so my issue is going to be my wife's birthday is February 2nd again.
Well,
and it's her 40th.
You and I discussed this last year.
Yeah, last year was smoking
because
mirrors.
my wife's birthday is on the 26th of January. So, yeah, I mean, we'll have that discussion, I'm sure.
I'm not saying there's zero chance. I'm saying there's like a 0.1% chance at this point in time because it's her 40th. She's gonna want to blow it out for her 40th, and I think she's counting the weekend before her birthday as her birthday.
Well, see, we talked about last year, like, hey, let's take an extra couple days and let's go up to NYC or
right.
Go somewhere else for a couple days for like. Oh, hey, it's your birthday. We'll go see a Broadway show or something. And I don't know. We may still do something like that, but I do know this. I've got to be at the Plow and Stars on the 29th, 30th, 31st.
Yes. I like the way you live your life. It's just like, Amanda, I'm going.
Well, you know better than I do.
Yes, that there's zero chance
that's
that happens.
Not exactly how that works.
We may sound like that here.
Oh, yeah. Because I totally sound like a badass on a podcast. But, you get me in person, I'm like, man, I don't know if that's really how it's going to happen.
Baby, I love you. I'm so sorry. Please don't beat me up anymore.
Yeah.
I'll never say, let's go to Philadelphia ever again.
Well, but see, I mean, the thing is that, and you know this like I do, is that, it's important for me to have that connection with other Tims across the U.S.
Yeah, that's awesome.
It's a shared brotherhood that cannot be matched by anything. I won't say some. All of the American Tims that I've met before really getting into podcasts and being known and doing those sorts of things, everybody that I've met, I mean, I could call up any one of them and they would do anything for me, and I would do the same thing for them. And that's kind of how it is, especially here in the U.S., because those are the same people that 6:45 in the morning on a Saturday are going to be up and ready to watch a match the same time you are.
Yep.
And it's a dedication, and to have a weekend for U.S. Tims that live on the East Coast or throughout the North American region. I mean, Johnny Clifford was down from Mexico, or he's up from Mexico.
Yeah,
last
let's see
year.
if Johnny comes up again from Cancun.
Yeah. So
speaking of the cushiest job ever,
no kidding.
Was he a tour guide or a fun guide? Or
yeah. He's like,
God bless him.
I think his job is actually just like, hey, all these college girls and guys that come down for spring break and vacation and everything, just go get them drunk. It's an incredible job.
I would die within 3 weeks. I literally would. My liver would go boom, and that would be the end of it for me. But God bless him, he can do it. And it wasn't like he was out of practice either. He came up there and he
didn't miss a beat.
Guitar. No, he did not. And would he fall in love 2-3 times? I think.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was good. Impressive.
I'd actually forgot about that.
He fell in love 2-3 times, and then we'll get a chance to go ahead and see our boy Sean Brennan Tank.
Oh yeah.
Love my boy Sean, which, by the way, hail brother, he's lost like 25, 30, 40, 45 pounds, something ridiculous, which is great.
It's like all those IPAs.
One less IPA, and next thing you know, you lose 30 pounds, which is true because I'm down about 40 since last time we were in Philly, and the biggest reason is no more beer. No Guinness, no beer. Yeah, I'm telling you, it's a killer. But anyway, enough about that. So, real quick, before we go, we have a game tomorrow.
We do.
And what do you think about going to play the sheep tomorrow morning?
At Chautauqua?
The Chautauqua. Nice. Look at you. It's sheep at Chautauqua.
I wouldn't say that I'm not at all nervous, because I think at this stage of the game, I think everybody's a little bit like, I don't know what team's going to show up,
or who's going to put in the back,
or who's going to play in the back.
Craig Gordon, and then ...
Yeah, new guy
next to new guy.
Yeah,
next to new guy. Next to the new guy.
Yeah, it's Boyata and new guy and the other new guy.
Isn't that sad when Boyata's the old guy?
Yeah, right. Boyata is your
the guy who's actually we've seen him in a hoops couple times more than Yanko.
Yeah,
which is next to the guy we've never seen actually in hoops because he hasn't worn them yet. Next to another guy on the other side we haven't seen either.
All that being said, if you're not a little bit, I mean, let's face it. I think Aberdeen is our closest competitor for the season, right? I mean, is that a fair assessment?
I don't know. There's a game going on right now. I don't know. Let's see what I know. Hearts are playing right now.
Fuck Hearts.
I'm just saying. I mean, right now they're at top of the table. They haven't lost any points, but I don't know what's going on.
Well, the point is that as far as a competition level, I think Aberdeen is the closest.
So much
that will be chasing us.
Inverness 1-0 in the 68th minute over Hearts. So at Inverness, there you go. So much for that.
I do think we win tomorrow. I think if nothing else, the international break has allowed us to, get our shit in order.
Hopefully. Do you think?
I mean, that's all we can hope for at this point. I mean, because if you don't know who's playing in the back, and you don't know, who we starting up top,
and that includes us and the people in the dressing room.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I mean, who knows what's going to happen? It's going to be interesting, but is there enough talent that will pull us through tomorrow? I would hope so.
So, looking forward, we win. What happens to the mental state of Aberdeen? What do you think? Do you think they'll just down go, shit, another 0 for 4 again?
I'm hoping that's what happens, and then they go out and like shag a sheep.
Yeah, I think so too. I think we win it tomorrow. I just think that from the standpoint of just overall sheer ability, there's no reason why they should drop points tomorrow. Now, if they do come out and we get a draw, I really don't want to, but
right.
I think we get the win tomorrow. Now, and I'll be up because I got to drive to Augusta. So a nice 4.5 hour drive for me to Augusta tomorrow after I get done with the game. So that's how it works. So I'm looking. I don't know. What do you think? You'd like a cheeky 2-1?
I'll actually go. I'll go 3-1.
Ooh, Griff hat trick.
No, no. Griffiths will have 2. Shifty gets his first goal.
There you go. See, you are a team fucking player. Look at you. Shifty in there.
I really want that cat to score.
Someone needs to tap his ass with a cat of 9 tails, get him running.
Yeah,
I'm telling you.
Pull a finger out or something.
Or put it in, because I tell you what, you put a finger in my ass and make me run faster.
Woo!
That's for sure.
That is not pleasant.
No. Especially now I'm getting to that 50 number where I've got to actually have it done on purpose.
Yeah, every 6 months.
What? Not excited about that. Not excited. Anyway, on that note, anything else? Anything else you want to talk about?
Well, I mean, we do play in the Europa League next week.
We do. That's right. Do we have Ajax?
How do you see that going? Because I'm scared shitless.
Well, since I'm not going, I'm not all that scared. People who are going, I'm kind of worried for them.
Well, yeah.
And the Fenian lamppost.
Everybody get their picture made.
I'm telling you. Make sure you have good money, good cash on you, and a good attorney's number at speed dial when you're over there. Free
stickers if you get a Ball Deep sticker on the Fenian lamppost.
I'd love. You know what? I would go just for that alone. But did you notice that Celtic did not even put together an away trip for that?
Well, you know why, though, right?
Of course I know why.
Okay.
Of course I know why. But did you see they didn't? I thought that was pretty interesting.
I did not. I saw the travel to Turkey with Fenerbahce, or how I don't know how to pronounce it.
Oh,
so
Fenerbahce.
Somebody help me with that. Fenerbahce. Yeah, there you go. But I did not see that they did not have a travel included for Ajax. But I mean, that really doesn't surprise me all that much. I mean, you run a pretty good chance of getting stabbed going to Amsterdam. So
yeah, that's without green and white hoops on. Just
exactly.
In general.
If I showed up in cowboy boots and a
I'd feel
pearl
safer.
snap shirt, I'd
feel safer in East St. Louis.
Whew.
Here's one for the Philly boys. I'd feel safer in Camden than I would in Ajax right now.
I would feel safer.
Name that tune. Where would you feel safer than Ajax right now? Where's the next most least place you'd be safe? Detroit?
No, Detroit's become pretty hipster. I'm pretty certain.
That's because okay.
I would actually say.
Tell you, East St. Louis is pretty scary.
I would actually say some of the wards in New Orleans are pretty bad.
Some of the New Orleans stuff. There you go. I feel safer outside of the French Quarter, New Orleans.
I would feel safer in the Everglades without a boat.
Then see, you just put it like a cunt hair above.
Right.
God,
just
I can't get any worse than that.
Just a little bit, because you may not see a rattlesnake, but you may see a gator.
And over in Ajax and over in Amsterdam, we know the cops dress like you and me, and they'll just hit you for no reason.
Right.
So so you think it's a bird when actually it's a fucking pterodactyl.
You may be accosted by a prostitute, or you may be stabbed by a pimp.
Both of them dressed like police officers.
Right.
Okay.
Come here, you're going to jail.
Oh my God, I'm so glad I'm not going to that. I'd love to go. And I remember last time we had them, or the first time we had them lined up, it was like everyone, I couldn't wait to go, and all the shit went down.
Because crazy. Weed's legal in Amsterdam. Everybody's like, yeah, party.
Chicks are legal in Amsterdam?
Yeah, like lads weekend away or week, whatever.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, no
quick
thanks.
trip.
No thanks. I mean, maybe it's cool outside of that, I guess, but I'll put it this way. I remember the first time I went over to Glasgow, we came back, and I stopped in Amsterdam, had an overnight in Amsterdam before I went home, and we had just earlier, I think the season before, had been knocked out of Europa by, oh gosh, I'll think of it in a second. We got knocked out by Utrecht. And as I'm walking in, I had a sweatshirt on underneath my jacket, and it was showing through. He looked at me, he goes, oh, is that a Celtic shirt? And he goes, yeah, yes. Ha, ha, ha. We killed you. I'm like, who's that? Oh, let me guess. Utrecht. Of course. He like totally took like excitement in the fact that like a year or 2 years earlier, Utrecht beat Celtic, and I'm like, okay, cool. Thanks, man. Rock on.
Appreciate it, bro.
Exactly. But anyway, so all right, Chris. I know you're at work. I got to get back to work. It's the middle of the day for us here. For the rest of us,
well, I mean, we're kind of winding up for the week, so
yes. And I've got to go pack. I can get my shit together.
There you go.
But anyway, so hail, brother.
Hail, man.
Hello, everybody. Thanks. I appreciate everyone for being with us, and I'm just going to go ahead and sign out here.
All right, remember Philly, 29th,
yes,
30th,
before we get out of
31st, January.
29, 30,
Plowboy
31.
CNC.
Plowboy CSC at the Plow and the Stars in Philadelphia. Thanks, Seamus, for being with us, and we will chat with you guys later. Take care and have a great weekend, everybody.